All right, so I'm going to share a couple things with you guys today. Right here, the headset. What is this for one? This is a Neurable. This I got last summer and I've hardly even used. It's very depressing. But this right here is the research kit that comes with it. Right here. Shows it's currently there. Let's attach it so you can see it. Headset has low battery. Okay, I don't care. And it's ready. Look at that. Those are the signals we're currently picking up right now. We can view the logs here. It's got warnings, headset low battery, headset's connected to another machine. Let's start the recording and let's see what we got here. So now we're recording this session. It's taking this data in about my different brainwaves. I've done a lot of research into this and I've got some really neat ideas of where we can tokenize. I just need to get around to doing it. That's a side hustle. Let's move that away though. We're going to be recording this data. There we go. We'll keep it over there. But right here, what is this? This is work we're doing on building out the profile for Cody on LinkedIn, updating it using Claude Cowork. Basically, this is just an example of things that you need to be doing as a solo entrepreneur. I'm kind of walking you through some of this stuff. And this is New Reward. This was all built using AI, utilization of Opus, and to do this with front-end design skill and using the design skill with Nano Banana and a very specific skill set. This still needs to be upgraded. Let's go over some things that need to be improved on where the LLM missed. For one, language. This is bad. You want to reach all of your audiences. And another thing to look at here. Oh, I think that just died. Let's go ahead then. Let's kill that and just have you hear me directly. But there we go. Sorry guys, I'll make sure this comes off. Golden. Okay, I gotta plug that in and charge it later. But looking at it right now, what we have here, this is our studio setup, okay? Meaning this is the project and everything that goes into it. So what actually is happening here? So in the first tier, what we provide people is GA4, GSC, GBP integrations, WordPress CMS integration, AI visibility across the 5 engines, AI VIP integration, which is a lot of back-end stuff that we do that's coordinated using a lot of different types of algorithms. We balance it out. Geometric structures is the way that I'll articulate that. Also working in, we use SEO as guidance, what we call the SEO bridge, which is where we're taking in a lot of that data from GSC and GA4 and integrating that and interpolating it in the correct way. And then you see we have expansion here where we do syndication, where we will do publications on your behalf to these different feeds that are available. We also will do review management. This is basically coordinating, texting, and ensuring that your review system is being properly monitored. Blah, 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 blah. And then we also offer the beta access features here, which is where we're doing a lot of development daily and literally updating and adding features every day. We've got quite a few on the docket even today to implement, and we have implemented a lot over the past 3 days. We're constantly updating the system, and this is just how life works now. So as we're doing this, we also have to impact the brand for Cody, and we have to build that out correctly. Let's go here and let's see if we're on this. So this is where the New Reward page currently is. Cody put this up a while ago by himself, and I'm like, we're gonna upgrade that, and we will do that in a minute. But right now, I have this building out images for him. So James, you sign in, and I keep telling it that it needs to work locally. So is there, I need to figure out what this chat thread is. What is your chat thread? Because if I can find its chat thread, I'm gonna go ahead and just open this in Claude Code and it will change everything, because Cowork sometimes bails and it doesn't do my work that I wanted to do for me. Which in this case, I can just show you exactly what I'm gonna do. We also need file, locations, and complete task list of everything you still need to do. So we'll hand that off. That's something to go over. Cowork's good. It's slow. Claude Code is a lot faster. And you also have the ability to use the fast version that's super speedy. That's nice, but this is not good enough. Well, you need to give an action. I need you to you need to provide me with all the file paths for all of the different items that you've prepared so that I can pass everything off, and where we left off to the engineering team I need to take over. So please provide that along with all the tasks in exhaustive detail. Related, let's pivot now. Let's click on this, and I am going to find 389 privacy terms. That's already been done. What do I want to show you guys? Here we go. This is a system I've been working on for my son. He's starting to do his classwork right now. Hira, have you jumped into that, by the way?
I need to work.
Huh? Because that's exactly what you need to do.
Yeah, I'm going into it right now.
So you weren't?
Yeah, I was.
You were what?
Yeah, I was like going into it.
Oh, okay,
I
okay.
was installing the thing that you wanted me to.
What did I want you to install?
The update. I thought you wanted me to do that.
What update?
Most recent version.
What version does it say now?
Me.
Does it say 3.9? It says it when you load it. Did you load Claude Code? Oh, you were doing, okay, never mind, you're good. So you didn't update it yet, correct?
I was trying to. Is it bad that it was?
No, but I would rather you do homework right now. You update your computer when school's done, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me know if that assignment loads. I need to troubleshoot and make sure we've got everything loaded correctly. So this is what I'll share with you guys. This is something I built out for my son. I got a report back from his school. The way that we've been doing his assignments is not up to what they want. I asked them for feedback, and they said, please review the assignments. So I'm like, I reviewed the assignments and the instructions, and I submitted full videos recording the assignments completed, including my son coding things. And I got a response back from one of the administrators saying, like, you only did 3 assignments this week. By the way, these are not assignments, these are core assignments, which means they have 30 of them, 15 for math that he had to do total for the year, and 15 for English. And she was saying that 3 total in a week when there's 30 for the entire year was not good enough. And she was saying, like, I heard you only did 3 that week, and also that you had your son sit in on an engineering review. I was like, that was after school. It was after 2:30, and he asked to attend while I interviewed 2 developers. Yeah, they haven't responded since. And when I shared with them all the videos that I had submitted and asked why there was no grade change at all whatsoever, they have been radio silent for 2 days. And I think they probably lost the content I submitted, to be honest. They were trying to cover their butts, and they didn't know how to properly review it, and they just didn't want to tell me. But instead of turning it into a problem, I am turning it into an opportunity to build out a system that completely tracks his work as AI on the back end, that has databases built into it, and that's testable, and has a lot of different things built into it that I'm going to show you guys right now. So pull up the link to this system. And then start on shoot, wrong thing. But while it's doing that, let's see here. So here's the handoff. Please actually demonstrate here what I can give to the engineer that's actually of value. This is all stuff for Cody's site. Wow, perfect. So now I can go here. I opened up the folder so you guys can see what I've got here. How I'm doing this is I take it right here. Oopsies. And I'm going to pass it off directly to AI. Copy the file path right here, path name. And then I will go ahead and open a new window here. Because I like that color scheme. And then I will wait for that to load. I will use Codex because, actually no, I won't. I'll use Claude for this. Skip. Oh shoot, that's not how you do this. Permissions. Boom, and now it's done that, it's executed, it's on 1.39. There may be an update that I'm not aware of. Let's go and do this, /plan. Just looking at the stuff it's got here. So it's under plan mode, proceed. So now it's going to review that and it's going to start working on it. We'll see how that does here in a minute. You're done here. And then over here, another project that we're working on here, I've got 7 reports from Codex. Jeez. This is a feature that we built out. I need to make sure it's fully functional. This is in dev mode for one of our programs we've built. I'll just show you guys this. This is in final stages of development right now. Yay. So we go to compliance officer here. This is, let's see, yo. No. See, this is bad right here. I don't like that. It's too deterministic. So I have to update this and update the prompt. The formatting is good though. This is definitely the way we want it, like in terms of format. I didn't even say a jurisdiction, you automatically assumed one. Okay, so now what I'll do, we'll try this export PDF feature. We'll see if that's working. Let's take a look and see how good it is. You know what, that's useful. It could be worse. It could be better. So I'm just going to take that and I'll show you how I do the feedback here and what I wanted to edit and improve on. I went in and reviewed the compliance officer that you've built out. I noticed that it has also in it a regression in terms of continuity. It is deterministic without a truly agentic interactive process. Please review the transcript in order to reverse engineer and understand what I am explaining in continuity. And here is the PDF format that is exported. Note the overlay and the way that it works between pages. It's not correctly separating information. Ensure that we are economizing and properly using the space available to us without cramping it and simultaneously without having improper formatting that leads to a bad PDF. And then I give it the link. And then you see I've got it on Codex. I've got it on Extra, I think. Now the option I could do here is I could do Sparky Spark, but no, I don't trust Spark. So we're not doing that. I've used Spark and it's not making me happy. Automations is a really fun feature, by the way. I'm just going to point that out really quick. Right here, it's updating this stuff here. I'm going to go ahead and pull my son's assignment to share this with you guys so you have access to it. Let me double check something though. So this is the stuff we were building for him. And I moved it over to Codex because Codex is more reliable. Control copy. Let me bring it up here and I'll share it with you. All right, so we're logged in as me right now. This is the basics of the system I built out for him right here. This is based off of a testing review he got. I built this out here and it has his daily training here where he can do his math and his reading, his assignments here where he's doing his targeted and tracks progress. And then this is the dashboard that does his performance and standings overall. The admin portal to manage for me essentially because I'm logged in under myself right now, but I can assign a sub-student underneath me and that's what I've done with my son. And then I can also generate additional pages. This is a little thing I'm doing because it helps me as a parent trying to do a hybrid schooling program for my son. So right now you can see that he hasn't started yet the daily training. What are you working on right now, Hyro?
I'm doing my homework like you told me to because I was updating my computer and you told me.
What are you working on?
I'm working on fractions.
That's the assignment for today is fractions?
Yeah, that's what it said, the assignment I'm going to read what it was.
Okay. And is it for daily training or assignments you're looking at?
Assignments.
Okay, so if you look at assignments here. Okay, so fractions. So is this the same one, fractions on a number line? Or is it different? You've done this one, right? Fractions on a number line, proper fractions. Okay, and now are you working on this one right here now?
Wait, go download. I can't see.
Well, this is it right here. Hyro. Equivalent fractions. See here what we have built out. Okay, and then did you click on the daily? Where are you doing the work at?
I'm doing the work right
Right here is not an answer.
I mean, oh wait, no, I'm doing it in.
Right, that's not what I'm asking. Let me take a look really quick. Let's see here. So, no, you don't, you stay here. You're the one doing the work. All right, so you haven't really started yet, is that right?
No, I have started.
Okay, so it's got the, how did you get that to open?
I clicked on it.
Okay. Where'd you click?
But if I go back, I was right here, and then I just clicked table of fractions and I pressed open assignment.
Oh, that's the next step. It's automatically listed. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. And then it's got practice.
Fine.
Okay, it didn't save it again, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's something I needed to know. So this is important. See, this is how you debug. Right here, when he's starting this area, that he's working on these equivalent fractions, which show him in progress, and his best score so far is 20%. Sorry, Hyro. It automatically recorded your scores.
It did?
Yes.
No.
Did you have like 2 of them answered?
No, I had all of them. And I got all the practice ones correct.
Well, it says your best score is 20%.
On the practice?
Yeah.
This one said that I got all of them right.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, I'll shut my mouth. Let me refresh it and take a look here. So this is where I'm testing things too, and I'm debugging, and I can use the same video I'm sharing with you guys to go in and look at what I've done wrong on my end for him. So if I do this right, let's see here. So there's no back button here. That's another issue. So as I'm going to talk through this, I'm actually going to end up reusing this for debugging for him. So there's no back button on the assignment section. That's stupid. There should be a main menu at the top that's simple. Less is more, but it needs to be very direct and very useful. And there is no way for me to easily go back in this. Also, I may be seeing things differently as an admin, and I have to take that into account because I'm not logged in as him, which makes things different. So let's go to the admin portal. Let's see if it shows me anything different that I can use. See, it shows his Gmail there. That's fine. Actions, work as this learner. So I can basically go in as him to see what his stuff looks like. Work as me. Context set to your own account. And then back to HQ. Performance. Okay, so this is for me. Progress, 0 of 17 mastered, 1 in progress, 16 not started. Momentum plus streaks. Let's go in to this a different way. See, there's no menu again. This is a problem. Let's go back to manage. And let's say work as learner. It's not saying anything, so I don't know if it's changing. Oh, okay, so that's not useful. The working context has changed to Hyro, which isn't accurate because well, it is, but where it's put it is not useful. So now let's go back to here, and then let's go to performance, profile and context, E-rank 0 XP, 1 assignment test, mastery is there, 1 in 17 not started, strongest signal 1, rows status mastered or fully passed. So he's got 1 completed. It's not showing the one he's got in progress. That's good. So his reading he did yesterday was that. I don't think he completed everything yesterday. Performance snapshot, all-time test accuracy, 100%, raw completion score, all graded attempts, last 14 days. So this is, because I started this, I built this out yesterday. So it's doing these things. This is good progress. Assignments he has are right here. This is math. Okay, so fractions on a number line. This shows mastered here. This is awesome. I actually want him to have more experience here. So Hyro, you'll notice you now have a notes section about what I learned and what I missed.
There is?
Yes, there is.
Notice.
Okay then.
I can check.
Okay. So for each one, he's got like 10 questions that he's going through and doing. This is based off of his NWEA scores. So he's going through this. He's got an actual test he has to do for each one that he can do, and he's got AI prompts to help him in working with AI, and he's got his daily to work on. And then every day he's also going to have reviews. I'm going to slowly add things into here. The idea that when you're building these projects out is you do what's functional, and then you keep growing on it. If you try to do everything all at once, a lot of stuff's going to break simply because you're going to squirrel and not get it all done. Even with good project management, you have to have a very concrete idea of what you're going to do or you're going to have problems. But this is good overall. I'm going to have there be a better thing on here though. And I'm going to create a login for his school to use this. But this is one example of a project. I need to head into a meeting in a moment. But right here, it is currently working on it and building things out more for him. And I'm going to have it debug later and improve on other things. But we're going to pivot right now back to what Cody's doing over here. And the stuff we've got started for him. So what we've got started for him is right here. I want to do all. Yep. Okay, it's going to do all the work now. So we'll see how it does. Cloud Code does a lot better than Cowork, but people want Cowork because Cowork's friendlier. The other thing to focus on, and I may have this up and running to share with you guys. Let me check here. I'm looking at the studio right now. Let's see here, is it up? Excuse me. I'm gonna open up Telegram over here now, see if I can pull this out. See if this works. And it does. Good, good. It's disconnected, but it does work. This is on our tail scale, so you can't disconnect into it. Even if you can see the IP, it's still no bueno, it won't let you in. Thank you, Tailscale, for being awesome. So disconnected here, we have issues. Let's go to overview. Not connected. So now I'll go back to here and debug, but at least that's working partially. And I can share this with other people on my Tailscale network. Currently, still disconnected. And how is M2.5 working without credits? I'm trying to get 2.5 once the weights drop downloaded. But this is, of course, OpenClaw. And my system needs some love because I'm not working with it enough. But you can actually do quite a bit with this. If you haven't had one of these set up yet, they are useful. And the memory is probably one of the most important things to have in the backdrop on this thing. But we'll pivot again. We're going to go over here. But this is just a sample thing that I did in like a day. And one thing I have to do right now with it, and I've got an AI working right now on coding this out, which is coding out the memory structure for the system. We also need to make sure when he moves pages, his work is saved, and we want back-end system where we can download his progress and have detailed review of everything completed during explicit periods. We want in-depth records kept of performance of work done, including entries, journal, and assignments. Finally, he is reading the book, The Richest Man in Babylon. I'd like you to prepare an assignment structure as he's reading throughout the book and getting through different sections that works in such a way that when he discusses what he read that day, you can have a back-end adaptive AI that has the book as its back-end PDF guiding it. And he can interact at the end of the day saying what he learned and talked about, and he can have an interactive chat with the AI. And then I want the chat to be something that he can save and it will save it to the database as his interactions about the book for that day and what he learned, and AI has to ask him Socratic method type questions or understanding type questions that check his understanding, and then the AI will assign a metric to it, and it will identify ways in a long-term memory that it keeps with it to further work with Hyro as he moves forward in a single continuity window to improve his comprehension. I am debating on demoing with this, and this is where the route we're going to go. I'd like you to set this up to be a voice-based model and set up memory embedding, and I want you to use the Grok API and set that up accordingly so we can have a back and forth conversation with Grok over a single context window for the entire book. So every time he restarts, it's where he left off, except he'll say like, yeah, hey, I just finished reading for the day, I read for this long. And ideally, we want Grok to be able to pull that out and be able to identify that information and sort through it so that we have a record of what he's comprehending and what he's getting out of the book, how much on par it is, what part of it is interpretive, what part of it is a comprehension mismatch versus what part is just creative thinking. Apply the best pedagogical practices and look for tooling we can use to help him better remember content and continuity, focus on the lessons from Make It Stick. Okay, there we go. Let's take a look here. It's allegedly saved this. Let's take a look and see what this looks like. So immediately you go here and you give this to this. PS, coach issue. So there's that. What I do with my son when he comes in to work with me is he generally works on his math, his English, and an AI-based assignment. He'll often interweave them together. And I'm also looking at ways to make a lot of his experiences more interactive. One thing he did today that he brought in is a steam engine he did on his 3D printer. And I'm thinking, how can we use that with the new Gemini that came out that specifically does CAD drawings and is good for building for 3D printing? One thing I'd like to do is take the image he gave me and maybe use Genie or something else to generate an environment where it can illustrate how the system works, because it's a piston engine that he built. So it's a pneumatic driven system. And these are things that I really want to keep encouraging. He has a very intuitive mind, and he's very curious by nature, and it takes a lot to keep him engaged. So it has to be engaging. This is a short answer. But I've given you guys a lot of content to work with today. If you have any questions, always feel free to reach out.